to Motivational Moment. I'm Coach Rosa Smith-Montanaro, your training and workshop coordinator with RochesterWorks. We are in a series now. This is on laying the foundation for success. I'm so excited for where you are going. Now, we talked last week about looking at your accomplishments, right? I hope you did this. If you haven't watched last week's, watch it because it's going to help this week. We are looking this week at your strength and weakness analysis, right? We have to do one of those analysis of ourselves, an honest, very brutal self-awareness task. First thing that we played on last week, and we talked about that we are going to continue into this week, which is knowing your strengths. Right? We talked last week about your accomplishments. Well, those accomplishments will lead you to your strengths. I want you to be very clear and spend some time this week thinking about your strengths that you enjoy doing. What are you good at that you naturally do very, very well? That is almost to you like cheating in a sense. Like, well, I can't say that's my strength because it's too easy for me. Well, then it's really a strength. And I think what happens is people don't give themselves enough credit for that. They think that everything has to be hard. And if you're not constantly struggling and working hard, you aren't making progress. But that's not true. You see, your strengths are something you've already cultivated. You've already worked hard on it. You built that muscle. Now use it wisely. What are your strengths that you enjoy, that you still have an interest in, and it's not draining you? Somebody might have a strength in, let's say, numbers and finance, but they're totally burned out in it. Okay, well then that would maybe be a strength, but what would you like to use from that? Maybe it's the ability to analyze data. Maybe it's quickly formulating something in your head and knowing how to say it in plain English. That could be communication. That could be translating technical information into a non-technical term. Think about the core strength. Own it. I want you to own it. Second part is brutal self-awareness. I know it's a strong word, my friends. It's okay. You can be hard on yourself about self-awareness, not to beat yourself up, but to look at where are you truly weak, where you procrastinate, or you don't have the skill set, or you don't have the interest in developing the skill set. Or I will just disclose myself. I don't spell well. I've really never spelled well. And I'm not that interested in becoming the best speller I know. I would rather be a better speaker than a better speller, and not everyone feels that way. And it's okay. I'm not telling you how to feel about this. I'm saying we need to own who we are. I know myself well enough to know that I will not notice a misspelling. And if something's very important, I'm going to ask someone else to proofread it. And I'm not going to beat myself up about it, even though I do. Honestly, I do. If it goes out to the public and it's been recognized by the public, I'm still hard on myself. But if it's private and I made some mistakes and I see it and my daughter points it out, I go, oopsie, you know that's me. But we have to be honest with ourselves. I'm never going to be the person who proofreads something and you can trust it, right? I know that. I've always delegated or outsourced that appropriately. That's why we need to have self-awareness. We need to know our weaknesses, because that 90-day goal that we're coming to, that we're asking you to set at some point, I want you to know what part you can just crush and do yourself and what part you need support in. Now, the third piece is in leveraging your strengths to overcome the obstacle that's getting in the way. So what is getting in your way? Now, it may not be your weakness, right? It may not be the reason. The weakness may not be what's getting in the way. It might be that you need more time, or you need to get a certain certification, or you just didn't properly identify organizations that have the budget and the job titles that are a good match for you. Great. So we're going to leverage our strengths to overcome that obstacle. One strength could be, I can reach out to people I know who have, work in those environments. I can leverage what I know about technology to follow some of those organizations and research it. I can leverage my strength in communicating to start to put together a good cover letter or a good resume for this. And I will ask someone maybe to proofread it to make sure there are, the best possible scenario is it has the least amount of errors or no errors, if optimally. We need to leverage. Leverage it can mean more than one thing. Leveraging your strengths is usually playing to your strengths, playing to your skills, doing what you do the best, letting yourself spend time on that. That's leveraging. Another word for leverage, another way, is getting something where it's motivating you. Like to say, I'm going to leverage the fact that I have this big event coming up, like a vacation. And I've always wanted to, I'm within 5 pounds of my favorite pair of jeans. We can leverage the vacation to motivate us to go take that extra walk every day to get into those pairs of jeans. That's what leverage could mean. It means that to me in many ways. So, number 1, we're going to own our strengths. Number 2, self-awareness on the weaknesses. Number 3, leveraging strengths to overcome what's getting in the way, the obstacle. Your action plan, your coaching plan for today is, I want you to identify what you need to do to overcome an obstacle. Identify a plan for yourself, some concrete ideas on what you can do to overcome that obstacle. It's really just a continuation of what we've done. I'm just going to jot it down. Oh, I'm going to ask someone to proofread this for me. Boom. You're done. You did your action plan. Feel accomplished. I hope this was helpful. I hope you really enjoyed this. And I hope this series is serving you in some way. We love to see you in our workshops. We love to see you in the Career Center if you're local. Join us. We're happy to say hi, connect with us on social media, and let me know in the comments how you're doing. Share the videos. That's what they're for. Take care, my friend. Thank you so much.